I'm going to be making a painter's palette today. I've got a selection of Let's Resin alcohol inks. I've got red, orange, yellow, green, blue, azure blue and purple. I've already mixed up some of the Let's Resin 1-to-1 epoxy, and I'm going to add to that some of the Super Sparkle White from Tracy at Mini Scenes GB. I think I'll pop quite a bit of this in here. So a couple of generous scoops of that. And this is the 80 mesh. I think there's also a 200 mesh as well. So I'm just going to get that mixed in to start with. So now that's all nicely mixed in, I'm going to do the reverse alcohol drop today. So I'm going to start off with the purple, and I'm just going to add one drop, and then the azure blue, one drop there, then the then the blue, one drop of that one, then we'll have the green, one drop of that, then yellow, drop of that going in, then we'll have the orange, drop of that, and then the red, drop of that there, and then I'll start off opposite over here. So red, then the orange, then yellow and green, then the blue, then the azure blue, and then finally the purple, drop of that there. And then I'm going to start by pouring in the resin straight into the middle. Get some of that down in there first. And then I'm just going to work my way over the top of all these lovely colours. Let them all blend in and do their thing. I don't want to fill this right up to the top because I want to do a top coat. So I'm just going to go about 3/4 of the way up. Just make sure I've got it all the way to the edges. I think that's looking okay. I think I can probably use all of that in there. So let's just scrape out my pot. Get that last little bit out of there. And then I'm just going to use some 99% alcohol and just give that a little squirt. Pop any bubbles that might be there. So we'll leave this to cure now, and then I'll see you back for the next bit. This has cured enough now for a top coat, so I've mixed up some more of the Let's Resin 1-to-1 epoxy, and I'm going to add to that the Let's Resin mica powder in white. So I'll pop some of that into there. Oops. And then give that a good mix up. Make sure you give your sides of your cup a good scrape when you're mixing up your mica powders, and make sure you mix it in thoroughly. You don't want any unmixed mica powder in there, otherwise it will show on your end piece. So get that mixed in thoroughly, which I think it is now. Beautiful shiny white there. So I'm just going to give this a top coat with the white, and then hopefully that will show off all those lovely colours that we did with the first coat. Hopefully I've made enough. Yes, I think so. Just get that last little bit in there. Scrape out my pot. Right, and then I'm just going to give that a quick zap with some 99% alcohol. Pop any bubbles that might be on the surface there. And then we'll leave that to cure, and then I'll see you back for demold. This is all cured up now, so let's pop this out and see how it's looking. Get that middle section out. Edges are nice and smooth because I did like sort of over pour, so that's good. Right, let's put that to one side. Let's have a look. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. Such a simple and effective effect, the alcohol drop. I really like that. So I think I want to put some little sort of well areas in here, like on a normal paint palette. So I'll just go and get some gloves on, and then I'll see you back in a minute. I'm going to be using the J Addiction high viscosity UV resin, and I'm just going to do some like shapes here with the UV, just to make some little areas for some paint. So that one there. Let's do another one next to that. And let's do another one there. Right, I think we'll cure those before they move too much. So that's those three done. So that'll create little areas for the paint. So let's do a few more going around the outside. Let's do another one here. I think I'll just do 2 at a time, I think, just so as the resin just doesn't spread out too much. Right, let's cure those two. And then I think I'll try and squeeze in another 2 down the bottom here. So another one in there. And then another one in that section there. And then cure those. That's those all cured now. So that's how they look from the side there. Nice little raised areas for paint. Right, so I think to finish it off, I'm going to use a silver chrome marker pen. And I'm just going to go round the outside edge with the silver, just to give it one last little bit of detail. So I'm just going to work my way all the way around the edge, just using the angle of the pen to define the line. So all the way around. I don't think I'll go around that middle bit because I think that's going to get a lot of wear and tear with your thumb going in there. So I think I'll just do round the outside. So that's all the edge done. Right, so that's my little paint palette finished. Nice, quick and easy, simple make. So thumb goes in there and hold it like that. Lovely. So thank you ever so much for watching my video today, and stay tuned for the pictures at the end, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.
Sunlight gleaming through the pane on my little houseboat domain. Got my molds and colors bright, crafting algae day and night, floating gently on the bay, watching little fishes play. But my mind's on swirls and gleam, living out a crafty dream. Got my epoxy hardener too, mix 'em up a shade of blue, pour it slow with careful hand. Let's start resin in the land. Resin magic on the houseboat, turn